Welcome to the Miracles and Wellness Podcast. My name is Clarissa and I'm your life and wellness coach and also a beauty expert. I am so happy and grateful that you are here. We'll be discussing all things health and wellness, feeling empowered, and loving yourself more while connecting your mind, body, and spirit. Always know that you can manifest whatever you desire for your greater well-being in your life, because I believe that miracles are for everyone. Hello friends, hope you're having a wonderful Friday. So happy Friday to you. It is October 1st. It is the start of Q4, the last 3 months of the year. So it's a great time to take a look back at the year, as crazy as it's been, and look at your goals and anything you need to change. And also giving your congratulations to yourself for things that you did accomplish. Always remember to celebrate all your wins, because everything is a journey. So giving yourself congratulations, giving yourself a pat on the back is so important. All those little wins you have, they mean something. They give you motivation to keep going. It doesn't matter how small or how big it is, but just letting yourself know that you are doing a great job. Okay. Just the fact that you're showing up is great. You just taking the motivation to get up and get going. So we have 3 more months left. Look at 2020 is 2021. See, look at me. Oh, I'm in the wrong year too. 2021 has flown by. Time goes by so fast, doesn't it? And the last 2 years have been a hot mess. I mean, there's always good things that happen, but we know that COVID and everything else, has just caused heartache, mental health has been on the rise. And it's not that mental health is just now coming out. It's that it's always been there. It's just that people are sitting with themselves. And a lot of times people aren't used to doing that. So instead of you running off and going somewhere or just doing whatever that escape is for you, whatever you do to cope, a lot of times people were not able to do that. So you're sitting there in your feelings and in your emotions. Sometimes it's hard for people to do that. So that's why it's good to have different ways to cope, right? Different coping mechanisms. That's why I think meditation is so good, because that's just taking your time and tuning into yourself and letting whatever emotions there pass through, and it helps you. I mean, we are emotional people, and it is what it is. We thrive off of love and affection, and sometimes we all have some kind of trauma, right? And so we don't always learn ways to deal with that. And so sometimes we kind of stuff that down. So that's why I feel like mental health is on the rise. It's on the rise, yes, but it's always been there as well. Just that now you are being required to deal with it, whatever that is that's underlying. Okay, just my thoughts on that. And so looking at this year of 2021 and seeing what did you accomplish that you wanted to accomplish, what do you still need to get done, what are your desires. I mean, you have those New Year's resolutions. I mean, I don't even really feel like we need New Year's resolutions, because there's always a goal that we have. And when you reach one goal, there's another that will come apart, because it's part of life. And that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to keep striving to be better. We're supposed to keep growing. That's the best thing to do there, right? We want to grow. We want to get better and stronger in everything. Mentally, physically, emotionally, just all spiritually, all the things, right? And so taking a look and thinking about, what did you want to accomplish in January? Now that we're the last 3 months, did you meet those goals, right? And honestly, I understand if you did not, because it's been so much going on. There was the election. I'm not going to talk about any of those shenanigans, okay? And then there's Corona, which is continued over. Everybody has their different views on vaccines, and the virus. It's very deadly. We know this. And so, still people are dying. There's other variants that are coming out. So it's very easily to get distracted, because we're human, okay? So, but still being able to take a look. It is good for you to do that every 3 months, just to have a reevaluation, get a planner out, write down what it is. that you want to accomplish, just to help keep you get a little organized. Okay. I love journals and planners. I love them. And so I mean, honestly, I need them because if I don't, I'll be a hot mess all around. I'm one busy mama too, guys. And I'm just be like, what day? Sometimes I don't know what day it is. Okay. I'm just like going and going and going. Right. So this is why I can talk about this stuff, because I'm going through it myself. All right. And so I require myself to write things down. Sometimes I write things down multiple times. So I'll have like a productivity tool on the computer where I have more things laid out, and then I try to write it down manually on paper so I can carry it with me. And sometimes I even put it in my phone in my calendar. But honestly, you only need to do it once or twice. If you're using a productivity app or a website on the computer, that's good if you want everything more detailed out, and then having a planner with you. I think it's ideal. So since it's the last quarter, what is it that you want to accomplish these next 3 months? Okay. Is there something that was really heavy on your heart this year that you really want to do that you haven't been able to do? Write that down, okay? And write the steps needed that it's going to take you to accomplish that. It doesn't matter how big or small. And don't try not to talk negativity about it. Be like, oh, I can't do that, or make excuses for it. Just write it down. Because once you give it to God, He will start opening up doors so that you can accomplish it. But you have to believe it, okay? You just have to believe it. And once you believe it, it's going to start happening. But you have to acknowledge it. He knows what's in your heart, but you have to know it as well, because you have to want to do the work. Because, okay, just because you want to manifest something doesn't mean it's going to drop out of the sky, okay? If you want something, you can't just sit at your desk and be like, so I desire to have X, Y, and Z, all right? Lose these 10 pounds for my health, all right? But it's not going to happen if you just sit there, okay? That's not realistic. But say you write it down and you put it into motion and you put it into the universe, you give it to God, then He'll start showing you what you need to do to accomplish that. It'll be amazing. You'll just start noticing little things. You might run into somebody and be like, hey girl, I haven't seen you in so long. How you been? I'm about to go to the gym. You want to join me? Boom, just like that, you got a workout partner. Or you see something and be like, coaching sessions, boom. And He's going to start putting the things in your vision for you to accomplish it. Okay. So knowing what that is. Okay. So are you doing it every 3 months? So even if you haven't been doing that, it's a good time to start doing that now. Right. And then just thinking about what's been heavy on your heart that you want to accomplish, and write that down. Write the steps down that you believe needs to happen in order for you to accomplish that. And once you start taking action, you'll start getting more clarity about things to do. Different things will be revealed to you in the process. Action breeds clarity. So once you start moving, once you put it out there and you start moving, you'll get the next step and the next step, and it'll just start opening up to you. And you'll feel like, wow, this is amazing. This is happening, and you'll feel so good about it, and you'll just keep going and going. Okay. And also, after you realize what it is that you want to accomplish for these last 3 months, try to think back and be honest with yourself about the reasons you did not accomplish them, okay? Whatever that reason is. You can also write that down so that you could look at it and evaluate it. Whatever that is. Maybe it was coronavirus. Maybe you lost loved ones. Or maybe it was something else. Maybe you had some stress at work. Maybe it was stress in the home. I mean, it could be a number of things, okay? Whatever that is, write that down as well. Because then after you write that down, whatever you feel kept you from accomplishing these goals and desires that you have, you need to figure out, what do I need to do to keep this from happening again? Okay. So maybe it's some kind of stress, some kind of emotional event that happened. Okay. Is it in the past, or is it still occurring? Okay. If it's in the past, what can I do to work through this? Okay. Do I need to talk to somebody? Do I need to get my feelings out? What's the best way for me to process everything so that I can move forward and not feel stuck or anxious, or my mind isn't preoccupied? And sometimes we're stuck in worry. We're stuck in this stressful situation. We can't stop thinking. I know I've been there, like thinking excessively about things, but I have to tell myself, you only can change what you can change, right? You got to give it to God and surrender to Him, or else you could drive yourself crazy. All right. Just thinking about a topic all the time. And sometimes you get caught in this pattern But you just have to give it. You have to surrender and give it to him in order for you to let it go. And then once you do that, you feel so much more at peace because you know it's only so much you could do, right? And it should just be about yourself. And if you're stressing about other people, you have no control over that, right? It's all about what's going on internally. Whatever, you have to know what you are capable of having some kind of control over yourself, okay? So was it something in the past that you need to let go of? Is it something that you're currently dealing with, okay, that keeps you from moving forward to reach your goals? Then having to figure out what it is that you need to do to change your current state so that you can go and move forward. Okay, so what do you need to adjust? Do you need to make space? Do you need to make space? Do you need to eliminate something out of your calendar that's not really benefiting you? Okay, do you find yourself aimlessly scrolling through Netflix, right? It's fun, it's relaxing. But do you need to stop doing that so that you could put that time to something more productive that's going to help you? Okay, just evaluating your day. Take a couple of days and write down everything that is that you're doing. There might be something that you're doing that you don't even realize is holding you back because you have a habit of that. Maybe you have a habit of scrolling on social media. You know, do you get stuck on Instagram and just going and going? I mean, it can get kind of addictive on there. You go on there for one thing, next thing you know, you done went to like 20 accounts. And sometimes that makes you feel not even as good about yourself if you fall into that comparison game, which you're not supposed to do. You're only supposed to compare yourself to the person you was yesterday, but it can be so easily done sometimes, right? And so is there something that you can rearrange, clear the clutter, and make space for what it is that you do want to accomplish? So we use that 10 pounds example. And, you know, the weight, I feel like it's always a bonus when you're just focusing on your health, okay? So if you're just focusing on your health, the weight just winds up coming off. So if you are just trying to work on your glucose levels because you're like pre-diabetic and you're just trying to get your health in check, and you're like, okay, I just might lose 10 pounds, that'll help, you know, get my insulin right, then you would just wind up losing weight anyway because you just start making those lifestyle changes. So in order to do that, do you feel like, what I would like to do is work out every day? You could start with 30 minutes. Maybe I'll do a 20 to 30 minutes HIIT program so I can get some toning in there and some cardio. But if you're not used to working out, just go for a walk. It's just to say, get your body moving and acclimated to moving, depending on what your fitness level is, okay? And so if you're telling yourself you don't have the time to do that 20 to 30 minutes, you can find the time. You just have to look at your schedule, right? Everything that you're writing down, right? Doing blocks. Is there something that you could take away that's not benefiting you? Are you finding yourself on the couch? Are you aimlessly talking? Tell your friends you talk to them in a little bit. Be like, hey, boo, I'll call you back in an hour. I just got to go get this workout in. Then you might motivate them to work out as well. Boom, you might have a workout partner, you might not. But because always make sure that you do what you got to do. But okay, so just making that space, figuring out what it is, right? So writing both of those things down, all right? And so now you have the goals that you reviewed over the year, what you didn't accomplish that you wanted to. You wrote down what kept you from moving forward. You know, you reviewed all that. Now you just have to make the plan that you're going to implement these next 3 months to make it happen. And tell yourself you're going to make it happen. Talk to yourself like that. Be like, you're going to do this. You got this. Look, sis, you have this under control. And you're going to accomplish great things because you are amazing. You are good enough. And I love you. Say that to yourself. Just pep yourself up. Sometimes you just got to pep yourself up. You cannot depend on anybody else to do that for you, all right? You got to do that for yourself. And if it comes from somebody else, it's a bonus. But always do that for yourself, okay? Always love yourself enough to make it happen. You don't need to depend on anybody else for anything. You need to know that you can accomplish whatever that is you want to do on your own. You hear me? And so you got those things down. And then you're just going to implement them. And you can do this. 3 more months to crush your goals. Whatever those goals are for you. We're all different and we all have different goals. And you can do this. And don't be hard on yourself if you backtrack. You're human. Just get back up and go. Just get back up. and keep going, be like, okay, I made a little mishap, but it's all right. I'm still good because all those other days I did well. So I'm not going to beat myself up if on Friday something went wrong. Okay? And let yourself enjoy the moment. Have fun. Bring yourself some joy. You can't be serious all the time. Look, I like to have fun and I get all my work done, but I love to smile and enjoy everything, right? And if you're around people that aren't smiling, find people who smile and like to have fun. It's okay to change your circle up if you need to, all right? All right. So today, I hope that helped you. And so we're just talking about getting our Q4 in order. We reviewed our initial goals and anything that might have kept us stuck, any obstacles that we feel, and also what we're going to do to implement that and move forward. And I believe in you so much, all right? And if you need other help, reach out to me for some coaching so that I can assist you, all right? You can go to clarissabooker.com/program. Send me an email and I will respond to you because it brings me nothing but joy to help you guys. All right? Until next time. Bye.
If you like my mommy show, leave her a review. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for coming by and listening. And don't forget to subscribe to wherever your favorite place to listen to your podcasts are. And if you are on iTunes, I would love it if you would leave me a written review. It means the world to me and it helps other people out as well. You never know who would benefit from what you have to say because your thoughts matter. Thank you for taking the time to come by. Until next time, love and light.